All right, so shifting to a more personal side of things, river advocates, clean water folks, people who are working on these kinds of issues often get tired. And we work hard and we face some pretty challenging issues. So for you personally, when you think about those days when you're really tired, is there a place, maybe a river or a wetland or a lake that you know that kind of re-inspires you, reinvigorates you? And if so, what is that place and why is it special?
There's really two places that come to mind, one of which is my home river, which is the Vermilion River in Illinois that flows to the Illinois River. It's a river that runs through one of the most productive sets of agricultural lands in the United States. It's the Corn Belt. And so for miles and miles in that watershed you have mostly corn and beans. But at the same time, it's a great river to paddle. It's one that I grew up paddling on a routine basis. And it's sort of a mixed thing. I mean, it's a beautiful river, has some beautiful rock outcroppings, some things that would surprise you in that landscape once you actually get down and on the river. But at the same time, every once in a while when you're floating down the river, you look up and there are corn stalks right there on the edge of the bank. So it's inspiring from the sense that it's a story of both what can be and what needs to improve.
Right.
Really. And then the second thing I was going to say is several years ago, I had a job where I was, from time to time, I would do some wetland delineations, all in the Chicago area, suburban area mostly. And one of the things I really came to appreciate about that is the fact, I love doing it. It was great being out in the wetlands that they sent me out to. For the most part, a lot of them were gems. The bird watching in those wetlands were fantastic, and the plant life was great. And I had a blast doing it. But at the same time, I knew that there were a lot of edges of those wetlands and portions of those wetlands that, well, they weren't going to make it. I mean, it was fairly clear that development was coming, and the reason I was there was just to be one step along the whole process, the development process. And so I won't say that I was bitter by any means, but at the same time, I just felt like, all right, this is great, I'm enjoying this, but I'd actually like to do something.
Right.
Because this is just kind of screwy, to be quite honest with you.
I could see that. So that was kind of the inspiration to make this shift into something that's a little more of an advocacy role rather than just witnessing, actually trying to redirect perhaps what's happening to these places.
Right.
That's great. That's a great story. And I could see that you'd be torn between those two. It's great to be out here in this beautiful place, but I'm here for a reason that's going to change it.